It's a real shame because he's a wonderful player up here.
Terrific challenge there from Ayew against the Burkina Faso right back, Andre Ayew. Just crowded out at the moment. Good play from Ruamba to come and cross and help out his right back.
That's a clear foul, and this is what you were talking about, Andy. A very good position here, perhaps for Asamoah to swing this one in. And then Tagiri picks up a yellow, and that means he misses the next match if they go through.
It's a bit of a harsh one.
He took the ball, but 2 feet come off the ground, and as soon as 2 feet come off the ground, their referees pretty likely to bring out the yellow card. That's simply because, well, a defender loses control and it can be dangerous. So a little bit unlucky, but well, we've seen a lot of yellow cards for that. So that's 3 yellows already.
And another free kick. Agiman Badu swings it up. Combination of the goalkeeper Diakite and his centre half gets it away. And it comes again a second time, and this time there's a head on it, and this time there's a goal. Wow, well, pretty much out of nothing. Terrific header from Andre Ayew, and Ghana in the lead. And big celebrations in the stand. Michael Essien doesn't move, but a big moment for Ghana.
It looks like he was texting someone, but perhaps someone back home, but that was a super header from Ayew. It was the first really good delivery we've seen. And the Ghana fans, the Black Stars fans, they can start celebrating, because that's what we wanted to see. It was a really good cross. It's one of those crosses that's so difficult to defend.
But as that cross came in, Andres, there was 4 Ghanaians against 3 Burkina Faso defenders, and Ayew was the one that got away, wasn't he?
Not the tallest, but it was a fantastic header. I think you're right, and that's very surprising, because Burkina Faso have always had plenty of bodies at the back in this tournament. For once,
it
was a little bit square on, and often defenders are told to have more of a side-on position, especially when someone like Petropa's running at you.
Music plays in the stands behind us, not anything like as big a crowd as that which watched Angola qualify for the quarter-finals yesterday, but carnival atmosphere all across the country. Remember, after the Algeria-Mali game last week, as the dangerous cross comes in again, just out of reach there of, I think it was Ayew, wasn't it?
Yep, it was Ayew, the winger.
Ball in from Isaac Forsar, but just too much on it. And as I was saying, the pitch was cutting up pretty badly after the
tournament. Remember Togo just before the World Cup had an awful bust-up really between the players and the federation in '98. Playing at home, they got to the semi-finals, and I remember seeing pictures. The country absolutely football crazy for those few weeks, and against the ref.
1-2 with the referee there.
Seychelles, unfortunately, no Seychelles team, of course, in this African Nations Cup. So certainly an impartial ref. It's not suggesting he was trying to do Ghana a favour, but there's Ayew.
There's Ruamba with that central midfield trident.
Ayew, he's too isolated here. This was the problem against Ivory Coast. Talented player as he is, he needs some help. He needs a couple of options. This good spell he's having. This is the goal. It was a great cross, wasn't it, from Inkum?
The more you see it, though, the more you start to question the defending. They were just caught out, weren't they, and the ball came back in there. 1 or 2 defending quality in the header, that's for sure. Diakite had no chance.
Yep, of course, the son of a certain Abedi Pele, and he's already created his better pitch for 1 match, but after it's been played on a few times, that's when it becomes difficult.
Ayew, the goal scorer, comes inside.
Now we're seeing this extra confidence in the Ghanaian side. Too confident.
Terrific play that, wasn't it, from Asamoah. Sarpai forward, looking to link.
He's a real achievement from the Ghanaian centre forward.
Yeah, plays in up. Ayew on the near side. Amo makes the run forward. It's a good run. He's going to get to this ball.
That was just too much for him. Just a tiny bit of pace there. But these are good times for Ghana, and if they can get a second.
Slack ball from Cabaret, wasn't it? He was looking frustrated a moment or 2 ago. That was a poor pass.
just waiting for half-time. I think both teams are just beginning to get their breath, to digest a bit what's gone on in the first half. It's been a really interesting battle, this one, of course. And of course, it's the only match in the group today. Not like yesterday, where we had all sorts of calculations going on about what was going on in the other match. This is pretty much a knockout, although if it's a draw.
Van Rijvaarts's side taking the lead half an hour in. After a free kick had been cleared, it was picked up on the right-hand side. The cross came in, and Addy doing well up against him. Good defending that from Ghana. And Ayew back helping out, gets it away.
Seen everything, every challenge, and even a guy as strong as him sometimes comes out picking up a knock. That'll be the reason the rule book is that the rule is there. It's for players who might want to get an advantage to try and score a goal. That wasn't the case in that incident.
Burkina Faso coming forward on the far side. Ayew back helping out Hans Sarpai again. Pietroipa over there, switched back to the right-hand side, wins the throw-in. Seen Duarte do this quite a lot. You wonder if he's just told Bamako and Pietroipa, just if you feel the need to swap sides, of not getting any luck against one full-back, tried against the other.
Yeah, well, that's good coaching. That's very good coaching, because
Rijvaarts, I wonder if he'll think about making any changes at any point. Of course, we know that a lot of his options on the bench are players perhaps struggling with knocks. I'm sure if at all possible, he'd like to avoid using these players.
Ayew will be dearly hoping, but it's not completely sure that he'll be taking his team to the World Cup.
Back forward on the left wing just now. Ramba floating that ball up, it's wasted. Just to clarify, because Mamadou Tall was one of the 3 Burkina Faso players already on a yellow card, but it looked to me like it was a straight red that came out there.
It was a straight red, according to the organisers, the information given to us, which you can understand if it was a dangerous Tony and Pananda Tigiri, who are holding the line at the back.
Andre Ayew running at Pananda Tigiri, and Pananda Tigiri plays that ball into space on the far side, asking an awful lot of Ayew over there. Asamoah.
Just imagine now the excitement in Ghana.
So close to a quarter-final place, but they need to hang on. But really, when you've got 3 men at the back, and Ghana have got 2 wide players who can only won his first senior cap in November against Mali.
I needed a pass there. Needed a pass. I think all the Burkina Faso defenders have done well. They made that perhaps slight mistake with the goal, but there just weren't enough of them. But very impressive.
Ayew's corner. It was a poor pass, wasn't it? As he sought
That's a foul
to play in diagonal.
Ghana will look to slow it down a bit here, because the last few minutes have been good for Burkina Faso. I think they're thinking, let's give this one at last shot. It's been a long campaign, a year or so, to get to the very... I think it's going to be the Black Stars who'll be celebrating.
They've got a chance to really finish it off here. It's 2 against 2. Ayew up against Kofi. Gets the ball across, but Bakary Kone gets there first. Burkina Faso.
So Burkina Faso going down to 10 men.
It's all over. Ghana are through to the quarter-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations. The dream of another continental title, what would be a 5th continental title, remains alive for the Ghanaians, but it's all over for their West African neighbours. Burkina Faso, they put up quite a fight in the end. Andre Ayew's goal, half an hour in, a header from 12 yards out, proved enough for Ghana. Burkina Faso really struggled, especially after the sending off of Tal midway through the second half, and the 1 goal is enough. Ghana through to a quarter-final against Angola. From Andreas Evagora and me, Andy Scott, it's been a pleasure.